The beginning of the history is with what I'd call classical Marxism. That is the work of Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. I don't want to get bogged down in a lot of detail here, but I do want to mention a couple of things. Marx's theory was that history moves through various phases. Yes, the feudal phase right before the capitalist phase. And that what determines each of these new phases, what brings it about, is some change in what he called the economic base. See, he claimed that at every particular point in the course of history, there was a particular economic base, which means the way in which the means of production were arranged, who controlled them, who were controlled by them. And this base, in turn, he said, created a complementary superstructure. Meaning what? Well, that's a technical reference to all of the social, the political institutions that are associated with that particular economic base. Think about it. Government at the time of feudalism was rather different from government during the capitalist period. Marx would say the reason that the government is different is that the government is, as part of the superstructure, is responding to and being determined by the base. And so for Marx, if you wanted to change to the next, or wanted to move to the next phase of history, whatever that may be, you didn't change the superstructure. That would take care of itself. What you did was you changed the economic base. And he thought at the time that he wrote that Western civilization, at least, was on the cusp of a move to the final phase in history, that of the workers' paradise, socialism, communism, as it might have been called, depending upon the work of his that you're considering. And the way that this would happen, he suggested, was, again, to change the base, specifically for the workers, the proletariat, to rise up and take control of the means of production. Okay, let's move forward in time a bit. After the Russian Revolution, 1917, we have in Russia and in a few places near Russia the beginning of seemingly what Marx had predicted. But it wasn't happening anywhere else. There were no workers' revolutions taking place elsewhere. There were some attempts, but they all failed.
Hey, thank you so much for coming by and checking out this episode. If you want to see more clips like the one you just saw, click here and watch it right here. Or if you want to see the rest of the episode, you can click and watch it right here. Thanks for coming by, everybody. Bye-bye.